really tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Fields. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. David Onyemata drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Back deep, the Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. That'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Blake Gillikin on a punt here as he'll send this one away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Cameron Jordan able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now Fields. Cameron Jordan, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. First down, Winston. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman, 51 yards. And the Saints are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And here's Trenton Gill on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Winston to give. It's Kamara. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now here's Trenton Gill now. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 77 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
They go play action. Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Roquan Smith charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him.
He's got a man complete. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. That's good on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I tell you what, this defense is putting some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football until he's almost 11 to the ball. Every snap, another nice job there, forcing the completion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Here's Fields.
Got his man, that's Harry.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Fields.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Play action. It's Fields.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Jameis to throw it. The pass caught by Olave. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Off the play fake, Winston. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. On third down, Winston. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Off play action, Fields. That is caught. It's Dante Pettis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
give running right is Montgomery. And some room to run now. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, 30 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A 10th carry for Kamara. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A 1st down throw for Winston. It's caught. The tight end Hill. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Winston now.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his 1st catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
2nd and 9. They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So the lead grows here incrementally. I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Fields now to throw.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Down. Fields has to have this one. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bradley Roby, the ex-Buckeye, with a corner blitz and the sack.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Under pressure, they got him again. Marcus Davenport in there and dropping it. Sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and 1.
Defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot for this big league, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass runs.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. That's taken on the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Kamara up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 132 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Again, it's Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On play action, Winston. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, an 18-yard touchdown grab. Wants a look down the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Fields. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints.
All right, you got to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They hand off to their big tight end. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they will take a knee here. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. And they take a knee. the Saints season will march on as we say thanks for watching.